Hi, this is Steve from yourcreativelife.com talking today about networking. It is not fake or manipulative. Recently, I got into a conversation with my co host on my podcast about the notion of networking and the way I think about it. And it really came across something that he said that I've also heard many other people say. And I really want to clear it up for you in your entertainment industry life. Now, I talk a lot about the desire for people out there who, when they meet you, whether they're a producer or an executive or a writer or anybody in the industry, they want to kind of know how you are, what your vibe is like. And so the notion is to have a good, energetic vibe that's friendly and user friendly. If you're in a writer's room, people want to know that you're fun to be around in some way, but that doesn't mean that you have to force that fun or that you have to pretend to be a life of the party if you're not. I am, in fact, an introvert, and I certainly have my calm moments, calm and grounded moments. But I also like to laugh and I like to have conversation and all of that stuff. So, what I'm saying here is this that the notion of being a well rounded, fun loving human being, both in meetings and then keeping in touch with people afterwards, sending them a thank you note or sending them an email when their show does well, or when you hear something about them, or some whatever goes on in their life to sort of keep up with them, is not being fake or manipulative. And in fact, it's very much like the kind of thing you might do with a neighbor next door. Let's say there's somebody who you live, right next door to, or a few houses down. And if you were to be nice to that person, say hello to them on a given day, or ask them how their kids are, or how their cat is, or whatever, I don't know whether it would be fair to accuse you of doing that simply because one day you might borrow sugar. It's not really like you're loading up all of this good energy just to ask for something in some dastardly manipulative way down the line. You are really just, being a kind, generous, energetic, friendly human being in the world. And it's not all about what you're going to ask for or what you're going to get. I think there's a certain mercenary idea that if you're only doing that because you want something, that that's somehow a bad thing. The truth is that I believe, in my experience of networking, and what I encourage you to do is just to be kind and nice to the people who you connect with out there in the world, no matter if they're in the industry or not. And the notion of specifically keeping in touch with people and letting them know you're still out there and doing things is just, it's the same kind of energy that you might put to keep in touch with your grandmother or your cousin or your friend from college. It's nothing special, and it's not really about you trying very hard to make somebody like you. The truth is, you can't make people like you. There are plenty of people out there who I connect with, and there are plenty of people out there who I don't connect with and who don't connect with me. And I don't think that there's any chance of me winning anybody over by being sort of bubbly in a fake way. So all I can really do is be the nice person that I like to be in relationship to folks. And perhaps someday, if there's something to ask for, it's better that I'm a generous, fun loving human being, but I'm not doing it to make anybody do anything. And the other thing to think about too in this space is, being a kind person is just a great way to live. It's just the way to be in the world. And to think that you can actually make people do things, even if you're friendly and even if you're nice, is also a false notion. There are plenty of people who are perfectly nice who, might knock on my door and ask for something, or even people that I've known where I'm not able to do whatever. I'm not able to give a donation to their project. I'm not able to come to their wedding. I'm not able to fly across the country to do this or that. And that has nothing to do with whether they're nice or not. And so, this whole notion of networking, keeping in touch with people, being intentional about it, being kind, being user-friendly. These are not things that are specifically there so that you can manipulate. They're things that I think are just plain good personhood and therefore just plain good business in the scheme of things. And I encourage you to be intentional and think about that and just, make your social circles and your business circles overlap just a little bit so that you can be your kindest, best self in all sorts of circumstances with people who are professional and not professional. I hope that makes sense to you. If you dig this video, give it a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe to this channel because I post a brand new video about the writer's life every single week. Listen to the Secret Writer podcast, which is heard in 21 countries and on every podcast platform you can possibly find. And go check out yourcreativelife.com, where you can find out everything soup to nuts about the kind of coaching I do, about how I can help you as a writer, and how you can subscribe to my free monthly newsletter. Thanks for watching. See you next time.